I told you, grown-ups never listen. They're going home. Wait, Basil can't swim. Well, he can now. Billy, don't be rude. Ah, why complicate it when it's so simple? Billy, sit down and be quiet. Oh my goodness, can it be? I've got to go. Can I borrow your car, George? Of course, mate, but you're not thinking. Time you get there, they will be a few miles away. They can go where cars can't go. Chuck, from the sounds of it, they are together. They're alive, Chuck. They're safe. Let's get the party over with. That's our first priority. Oh my goodness, it's them. It's them. It's really them, isn't it? Yes, Chuck. They all hugged. That's torn it. I didn't want this to happen. We'll have to make our escape tonight, in the cover of darkness. We must be extra vigilant from now on. I'm sorry, you won't be happy. We simply cannot go to London now, especially as the public possibly aware of us. It's just over 100 miles to Peterborough. We leave tonight. Same pace, we should be there by next Friday. Then train to Edinburgh. You had to be a hero, didn't you, Basil? Dinner's ready. They all came and sat down. Oh, Bets, is this my favourite? Yes, George, liver and bacon casserole. Yuck. Billy, sorry, Mum, I hate liver. Well, that's what it is. We can't have shepherd's pie every night just for you, young man. What's for pudding, please? Apple pie and custard. Can I just have pudding? Please. No, no, Billy, if you haven't got appetite for dinner, you won't have for pudding. Mum. Billy, Mummy has made us a lovely meal. Have more respect, please. If you don't want your dinner, then you can go without. It's up to you. Yes, Dad. Chuck, you're all right. You're very quiet. Sorry, yes, just processing everything. This is delicious, by the way. Delicious, isn't it? Billy, what have I told you about mumbling? It's just such a lot to take in. Windsor, why Windsor? Oh, I've told you. Billy, will you stop? You're very smart-mouthed lately. Change your attitude. Yes, Dad. It's just so incredible, everything. Why run? Why not stay? Familiar surroundings. So many questions. It's mind-boggling. Billy kept his mouth shut as he played with his meal. He couldn't understand at all. Grown-ups were clever, had jobs, knew big words he never understood, but didn't seem to understand the obvious things. Uncle's animals knew they were going to live in Scotland. As far as his pets knew, Daddy is gone, so they just decided to go home. Why is it so hard to understand? Will you excuse me a moment? Yes, Chuck. Is your dinner? No, no, Bet, you leave that right there. I'll just be a moment. Promise. Okay, Chuck. Betty and George held hands and smiled. Chuck sat on Billy's swing and gently swung. He looked up, tears glistening. Well, you've astounded me once again. I had to come out. I don't know if you can hear me right now, this minute. But thank you so much. You've kept my babies safe. I don't understand your plans or what's going on, but I trust you with all my heart. I love you. You're always there, I know. That was all I had to tell you. Amen. Chuck came in. Betty and George said nothing. Well done, Billy. He had eaten most of his dinner, just left a little mashed potato. Billy, as you have been such a good boy and eaten your dinner, would you like some vanilla ice cream with your apple pie? Yes, please, Mummy. George and Chuck grinned at each other as Betty placed the bowls down. They looked at their apple pies with custard. Bets, where's our ice cream? Oh, George, I didn't think you would want any. That's more for children, isn't it? Oh. Billy saw Uncle and Daddy's disappointed faces looking at their desserts. He couldn't help but grin. What's that noise, Mats? Oh, it's just an owl. Oh, it's calling us. Listen. Matilda, Stretchy. See? Just then a flap of wings and a tawny owl landed on a tree stump. Where's Tyler? Here, as he stepped out from the back. Oh, good, all 5 here, present and correct. Mighty Oak has given me a message for you. You have to make your way to Whipsnade Zoo in Dunstable. It's 40 miles away. Get there for 5 o'clock on Sunday, and there will be a man named Fred. He's picking you up and he's taking you straight to Peterborough train station. 3 days. I'm not sure if we can. We are hungry and tired. How will we recognize him? He has a grey beard and moustache. How? I understand you've got many questions, but think logically. I knew where you were, your names. I know your quest. This man, Fred, has the ability to communicate with us. He can converse with you. It's rare, but it can happen. You must have heard of Fred. Do you know any of Mighty Oak's stories? Some our friends have told us. Well, I do hope you've heard the one that happened 10 years ago. Boris, a Capuchin monkey, escaped from a zoo. The man who gave his friend a lift was Fred. Stretchy stood in front of them. We can do this. Remember, if we can, we will. Right, paw up if you agree. They all raised their right paw. How was Billy this morning, Chuck? Let's just say a little excitable. Where are you off to? Topfield? No, old Butterworth rang. Oh, right. Party next Saturday, 28th of April. What is it? I hoped it would be sooner. Perhaps one evening. I know, Chuck, but Butterworth said it's Terry and Christine's wedding anniversary. It all ties in, the reason he would throw their party for them. I think for Christine's sake as well, kind of poetic justice. She really can't stand him, can she? I think, Chuck, it was Chestnut Bonnie. Seemed like that was the last straw. You don't do that to your child. I don't think I've ever known anyone with less scruples than that man. Oh, the truck's out. Market. Do you mind? I've got supplies to get. George, just think, all this started from the market. Chuck, I'm sorry. What? No, I didn't mean it like that, George. I've never once blamed Billy for any of this. No, don't look like that. I mean it, honestly. Things are meant to happen. The big guy has it all figured out. It's just that we can't see it. If Billy hadn't rescued Bonnie, Basil could never have saved that boy from drowning. Goodness, Chuck, you're right. That never occurred to me. Can we stop, please? We've been going for ages. Yes, Basil. Any idea where we are? No. Excuse me, could you tell us where we are, please? High Wycombe. How far is it to Dunstable, please? Dunstable, let me think. About 25 miles. Thank you. Have you come far? From Windsor. About 18 miles. Very good. Listen, I know you all look tired. You look tired, but do you know what High Wycombe is famous for? No. Our markets, and today is market day. Ideal opportunity to pick up some food. Thank you so much. He gave them directions and the blackbird left. Market sets up in 2 hours. I suggest we wait an hour for it to get busy. That gives us 3 hours to get some sleep. Mats, we will definitely be able to get to meeting with Fred Sunday. If we do some more miles this evening, I think Sunday we could perhaps just have it a bit easier. Good point, Stretchy. Tyler was the first to stir, gently waking everyone up. I think we should do our paws again, just for good measure. How is everybody's paws? Well, myself, they were split and sore. I felt everything. Every flipping small stone would find the splits. But now look. Stretchy held up his paw. Wow, Stretchy, that's great. No splits. Well, my nose is healed. Mats, how's your leg? Mats lifted her paw. That looks so much better. You still need to look after it, Mats, but it's so much better. I honestly thought it was showing signs of infection. Shows how healing honey is. They tended to their wounds and set off for the market.